Welcome Tech Brothers. In this video we're going to learn about insert, update, delete in Microsoft Fabric warehouse. Now let's go to our workspaces and then go to workspace called the sale workspace. Once we are there, we are going to see some folders that I have created for manageability. One of the folder is the warehouse. Let's click on that one, and here is one of the warehouse called the tech data warehouse. Click right there and it's going to open this window for you, and that's where you will be able to see the warehouse. Then you see schemas, and then under the schemas you see tables, views, store procedure, and other objects. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to write my query here for the demo. I'm going to use SSMS. So how to connect to the SSMS? You will go to the workspace here, and then you will go to the warehouse and then click on three dots. Once you click there, you're going to see open in SSMS, and you can copy the server name from here, and this is your database name. Once you open the SSMS, you will be going to the connect, then go to the database engine, and here you will provide the connection string right in front of a server name. So once you provide that, you will be using authentication and username, and then you will be selecting your database name here. You will hit connect, and it's going to connect to our the warehouse, and then we will be able to see different databases what we have here. One of the database I have is called tech data warehouse, and that's the list of the table we have there. This is the same warehouse we have called tech data warehouse in Fabric. So let's go back in SSMS and we will perform the demo here. So what are DML commands, data manipulation language commands? Those are insert, update, delete. So insert add new records in the table, update modifies existing rows in the table, and delete remove rows from a table. Very simple, and these three operations we perform as a developer pretty much on daily basis. Fabric warehouse fully supports these DML operations on warehouse tables. So that's a great thing. Now we will be creating a sample table, and we will say create table. So you will use these keywords for every time you would like to create the table, and then you provide the schema. In this case we have DBO schema. If you have different schema, you can provide a different schema as well. Now you will be providing the table name called products here, and then a small parenthesis. And inside these parentheses, you will be writing the list of the columns. So first of all, you have product ID, that's integer type, so that means you can say 1, 2, 3 and numbers in this one. Now product name is varchar, so variable characters, and the max length of those characters can be 100. Then you have category, that's also varchar 50, and then you have price, decimal 10, 2. Then you have stock, that's also integer. Let's execute this command, and it's going to create our table called products. If I go under the tables here, refresh, then I should be able to see the table products. And here is our table. You can click right here on the plus sign, then you are going to see the list of the columns and their data type in front of it. Now we are going to insert some data, and to insert data we always say insert into and then a table name, so DBO products, and then we provide the list of the columns for which we would like to insert the data. In my case, I'm using pretty much all the columns. So let's say if you don't want to insert the data into stock column, then you will not provide the stock column here. And then you will say keyword values, and here are the list of the values you will provide. So we have product ID, then we have product name, then category, price, and stock. If you notice here, I have a single quotes around here on some of the values. So you don't need the single quote for numbers or decimals, and then if you have such as variable characters, you will be providing single quotes around it. Also you will be using single quote around the date column values. Once you provide the first value, then you will be using comma here, and then a second value and comma and all that. So you will be going all the way to the end, and last will not have the comma. Now let's insert these values, and we will have 4 records inserted into DBO product. Let's check the inserted data. So we will use select, and then here we will provide a list. I have provided asterisk, that means all the columns from our table dbo.products. Let's execute this, and it is going to return me all the columns with all the rows. So you see that we have product ID, product name, category, price, and stock. Now if I want to perform an update on this one, so think about that. If I would like to increase the price of electronics by 10%, so you see right here I have these electronics right here. So there are 3 records, and here is the price for those. And if I would like to do 10% increase, how I can do that? So I will say update and then table name, then I will say set and the price is equal to price multiply 1.10. That means I want to take this price and multiply this with 1.10. Whatever the product will come for each of the value, that will be updated right here. And then I'm saying where category is equal to electronics. So I'm selecting only these rows where category is equal to electronics. Now if I execute, there would be 3 rows, they will get updated, and then price will get updated to different values. So you see right there 3 rows affected. Let's check our table again, and we should see the different values here. So you notice that wherever we had different values for electronics, now price has increased 10%. Here I would like to actually explain a little bit more. Now in this case, before I may perform update, most of the time I always write my select query and check my records. So in this case, I always comment out this set query, and then I always used to do something like that. So you have select asterisk, and then also you can put the formula for this one, let's say in this value right here, and then verify, and you will say from. And now in this case you have this select query that you can see what's going to happen once you apply this. So then that's how I first write my select queries and then convert them to the update. Once I see that okay, this is the price going to be happening, this is the correct price, all the electronics are filtered out, and that's good, then I will always come back here and convert this to the update. So you see there, this is just for precaution, and it is helpful when you are working with the update queries, because sometimes you might make a mistake and update a lot of records and that you don't want it. So good idea is to always check your output with the select query, make sure it is working as expected, and then convert that select query into the update. So here is my delete statement. So we will say delete from table. So this is a table named DB of products, and where stock is less than 20. So this is also, if I will be you, I always take the same query that I want to write, and I write something like that. So I always say select asterisk from, and now guess what, once I run this select, is gonna return me the rows. Now once I verify, guess what, hey, here stock is 10, here is stock is 15, and yes, I would like to delete these records. So now I verified, then I will simply remove this select asterisk and say delete from. Okay, so that's how I mostly use this. First I write select queries to verify my data, and then I convert them to the delete or update. So 2 records are affected, and now if we go back and take a look, those 2 records are deleted from the table. Now we are left with only 2 records. Total records were 4 before we executed the delete statement. So this is how you will be writing your insert, update, delete commands in your warehouse when you are using Fabric. I thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.